I thought I'd shoot a video on how I make these folding flint pocket knives, and this is what I'm going to start with right here. This is just a antler somebody gave me that was found and broken. I'm going to take this over to the belt sander and shape it down, cut that tine off, and I'll show you what I get after that. Oh, by the way, I've been creating out here. I now made it official. I have my man cave bottle opener and my catcher, which I made from my wife's old cheese grater. This is a really cool idea. I hope you guys like this idea. See the inside. I've got a little screen. There's a few bottle caps kind of fell in there since yesterday. So when you open your bottle, caps fall in there. Plus, it adds to the decor of the man cave. Anyway, I'll be back with the next step of the folding flint jackknife. Okay, well, this has been modified quite a bit since you last saw it. It's been cut off. I just kind of shaped it into like a U shape on the end. Cut the tine off that was in this area, and I kind of want that to have a little sweep, because this is where the end of the blade will end up right here. This will be where it swings in this area here. So this is where I'm at so far, and I'm going to go and I'm going to start drilling this out, and I'll show you a little bit about that. Okay, I've drilled a couple guide holes here, and these are small. I'll use a bigger bit when I go after this, and a series of them down through here. And what I'll do is I'll drill these out, and then I'll ream this on the bit itself, and I'll get right back as soon as I accomplish that. Okay, now the holes are bigger, and I'll start reaming them. As you can see, I drilled all the way down through there a couple times, and it'll be a matter now of just drilling out in between these. I'll just work this on the drill bit that I'm using is my drill press here, and I'm just kind of doing it by hand. You have to be really careful you don't catch things and get your finger wrapped up in that, but if you go slow and take your time, everything should work out. So I'll go now, and I'll just kind of work these holes back and forth, and I'll show you what I get when I'm done with that. Okay, the groove's in there now, and I just got to straighten things out a little bit, and I'm going to get a square file, put it in there, and work it until I get the groove pretty straight. It's not bad coming off the drill press, but you do have to do a little handwork now, and that'll take a few minutes to accomplish that. But all in all, this little handle's coming along good. Should fit nicely in the hand when it's got a blade coming out, maybe about like that. About like that. Fold that in there. So on to the next. Okay, here's the key to this whole thing, is you got to make this swivel point. And what I've done is I've taken a piece of moose antler. This comes right off where the beam goes into the palm, and I cut a slice off from it, and you get like a little block of antler. This is really tough stuff right here, almost pure bone. And then you need to make it into this little thing here, and I'll show you what it looks like if I can get it all apart. Get that. This is what I made. Now this is a lot harder to make than it looks, because it's just all trial and error, and the shape of it is real key. And what this does is it fits right into there. You drill there. I'll drill a bigger hole because I'm going to put a bigger pin in there. But you put this back in here like this, and you want to test this a few times before you get too excited, because definitely you have to have this adjusted right. Let's see if I can get this put back together here. Okay, so there, I've got the bit through there to show you, and what it should do, it should swivel right into the handle. This one's still a little tight, but I'll keep working with that, and I'll get that loosened up. I like to put a little beeswax on the working piece that swivels in and out of here before I put it all together. and that seems to help keep it lubricated up. And the next stage will be to groove this out for a notch to put the blade that I'll be making, and then just fitting it all together. I'm going to probably drill the other hole now and put a small piece of arrow shaft through there, leave it long, and just keep it so I can adjust it before I glue everything together. So that's where we're at. Okay, this is the bone work is all done now. If you look really closely in there, you'll see I drilled a little bit on each side of center, because the blade I'm going to make is going to have little points that will go down into there and have an incurved base. That way, when I put the glue in, it'll help lock it in there and keep it from rocking or breaking loose. So this is the hard part as far as I'm concerned, getting all this done. The swing mechanism's working real good. It's a little tight yet because I haven't lubed up anything. I'm just trying to dry fit everything. But yep, we're ready to go. Now I got to nap out a blade. So next time you see me come on, we'll have the blade ready to go, and I'll try to get it glued and we'll be all done. Well, I've got the blade made now, and it's been fitted into the piece, and all I've got left to do is just glue it in. So what I do is I have a mixture of epoxy, 2-part epoxy, and that's some bone dust that came off when I was grinding the antler into shape. So it doesn't take a whole lot because I'm just gluing a small amount. Mix up a little bit here. And an equal part of this. Stuff's really stiff. This is what hardens it. That looks pretty good. That ought to do the trick. And then just mix this up. I'm probably going to have to shut this off to do this, but I'll show you when the blade is glued in. But I mix the 2-part epoxy up, then I put the bone dust in to give it a nice color to blend into the other bone that's there. And here's the little blade that I came up with. It's really pretty. And you can see how I put those 2 little points and then curve the base. That's what locks it in place, because it's not a very long stem to glue. So that's how I did that. So it looks sharp. Should be a good jackknife. Well, there it is, all done. Everything's all glued together. This baby's ready to be used. Signed it under here, and as you see, blade just goes right down in there nice. It's a little tricky to get out because it's still a little stiff, so I just pull it out like that. This is a really functional jackknife. It's got a great, really super sharp edge. But that's how it's done. And I hope this was helpful to anybody that's going to be trying this. It's a fun little thing to do. I've been playing around with these for a lot of years, and every time I make one, it's like, wow, that's really cool, and they fit in there really nice. And there you have it. Another folding flint pocket knife ready to go. Well, there's just one thing left to do now. Now that I've finished that, I'll come over here. Let's see. I'm going to treat myself to a Sam Adams here. That looks good. And we're going to use the new man cave accessory. As you see, it works great. And thanks to everyone for watching. This has been a lot of fun doing this project. We'll be back with another one sometime.